Hello and welcome back to Riverview. We are now into March with quite a bit of work to do in this month or day or whatever you want to call it. But first of all, let's just go and check up on our animals, make sure that they've got food and such like. Chickens, not quite a full pellet yet. Health 100%. Food 37, yeah, they're still looking okay for food. The bottom cow barn is food is still looking okay. We'll check up and see whether how the hay is doing in there. We probably need to top that up at some point in time. Milk 3,500. Well, we did sell off the older cows there, so that's probably dropped a little bit while we're waiting for the new cows to come in. Let's have a quick look in the. So that's not the right one. Where we go there. So we've got 22 months and we've got 21-month-old. Health is 100% there on the 22, 100% there now, 30%. Yeah, so that's looking okay. Hay, we still got 62,000 litres, so that's not too bad. Silage we've got plenty of, so that's the backup. And then of course the meadow is doing well, so yeah, they're looking okay. Chickens, plenty of food, reproducing quite nicely. So we've got, well, it won't be too long before we can get rid of the old ones, retire the old ones, should I say. Alright, and the brown Swiss, 3,900, so we've got about 7,000, 8,000 litres worth of milk, so that's coming along. The Anguses are at 10%, there are 10 of them, they're 9 months old now. Yep, they're still young, so not a problem there. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is go and collect that milk and take it into our new dairy, get our new dairy going, and that's all quite exciting. So how much money have we got? We are sitting on 71,000, so that's not too bad. Although we'll probably have to do a couple of contracts, once we have finished planting that middle left-hand field. I don't know how to refer it, but we've got a field to plant. We're gonna plant 2 crops in it. It was canola and sunflower, I think. 2 completely different types of crop. So it's milk we want to do. We'll load that up. I'm not sure if we need this big truck anymore. We've got to pay it off though, so well, I suppose we could use it for, well, we still need to replenish our dairy every day, so it's not going to not be used. It's just not going to do a huge amount of mileage. Didn't consider getting our own dairy. I thought we would be transporting very far every day, and yeah, there we go, 7,400. Let's go and put that into our dairy. Oh, it doesn't have a great turning circle for you, so it's probably not the best for this. Might have to look into see whether we can get out of our lease. Not sure of how much it'll cost us. Okay, so our dairy should be right here. And where do we put it in? Down the side here, I think. Yeah, so let's pump that in. Go. Let's get right. So let's get some bottled milk activated. Where are we? Goat's milk. It's not, it's just pure milk. Bottled. Storing. So we'll activate that. And cheese. We'll activate that. And we'll see next month what we get. There we go. First deliveries to our own dairy. Nice and quick. Saving a huge amount of time, really. We'd still be on our way down to the dairy. I wonder if that'll... No, it won't fit in there. I'm just going to keep it in the normal garage. Where we have it parked all the time. Right, the next thing we'll go and start getting started on the planting that we want to do. So I think it was the planting for the diesel that we wanted to do. So if we go and look in the productions and farm production, diesel, what did we need? We needed canola and water. So canola is definitely needing to be planted. And then the other one was pig feed. I think that pig food, corn. So barley, I think we've already got planting. Manure is missing something. Straw. I've run out of straw. So I think I'm going to deactivate manure now. We've done that one. And we need to keep straw for our cows once we start. Well, something else was producing straw as well, I think. Pig food. Corn. Yeah, so it might have been corn and canola that we wanted to plant. Let's just see when we can plant those. So we are now into March. So canola we've missed, barley we've missed. Corn comes up next month. Was it sunflower then? Yeah, sunflowers we can plant this month. We did need sunflower for something. I can't remember what it was now. Let's just find out. I don't want to plant it if we don't have to have it. Yeah, there it is. It was for pig feed. So corn and sunflowers. So that's what we're going to plant there. We're going to plant half the field with corn, plant sunflowers now. We miss corn planting. Yeah, corn we can plant here. So half the field is going to be corn and half the field is going to be sunflower. So let's go and plant the sunflower. So where is our planter now? It's our seeder. Do we have a planter? Let's just check. Do we have a planter, or do we have to go and buy a planter now? That's not a planter. That's not a planter, that's our seeder. No, 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 no. I hope we didn't sell the planter. In any case, okay, so the first thing we've got to do look for now is planter. I wonder if we have to finance it. Let's see, we got planters. We don't need anything huge. We've got anything decently priced. 49,000. Let's have a look at that. Right, so what is it going to cost us to finance that over 2 years? 2,000 a month. I think we might just lease it for 2 months, and that'll get that planted. So I don't think we'll be doing it a lot. So I think, yeah, we're going to lease it for 2 months. Yeah, that's the way we're going to go with that. Yes. Okay. Right, so we'll nip on down to the store and go and pick that up. And we'll see you once we're at the store. So here we're at the store. Pick up the planter. And then we'll skedaddle on back to the farm. It's not a huge width, to be honest, but it'll be fine. See you back at the farm. So here we are back at the farm. Just going to go top up with seed. I think we've still got seed in here. Good enough fertilizer in here. Lime. No, we've got no fertilizer in here. Right, let's get that topped up. And there we go. I'm going to go and top up with seed. And that should be around the corner here. Seeds, yeah, I knew we had seeds. Just went to the wrong container first of all. Silo. Right, so we've got corn and we've got... Where is our weight? I think we need to put a weight on the front of this. I think the weight is up here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, there it is there. How are we looking? Fuel, we've got enough for this job, and yeah, it's going to have to go in for a service fairly soon, but it's still alright for now. Right off we go. Planting of not corn, sunflower, I think. Sorghum, sunflowers. There we go. We're going to have to do this ourselves rather than put it onto a worker, because I want to leave a little bit of a gap between the two crops. So let's get that unfolded, and we will need to get onto the right implement. Lower seeder and turn on the seeder, and we should get going. There we go. Just make sure that everything is okay. Needs rolling, which is fair enough. Fertilized, and sunflowers growing. Yeah, so here we go. We are off. We'll do this on a time lapse, and we'll see you once. Well, we'll get started first of all. Oh dear. Turn on seeder. Hey. It's not. Right, there we go. And we're away again. We'll see you after the time lapse. Right, so we just about finished that now. I think that'll be roughly enough. It's not measured out, but it's roughly, if we leave a bit of a gap between the two fields, it should give us a little bit of each. It's probably about a third sunflower. But then we are going to be doing canola, which I think is a fairly low yield. I'm just wondering whether we should do it. We want to leave a bit of space. I think it's about right. In any case, that's that planted. We will live with it one way or another. Let's just go and park this up for the month. And then we'll just go and check up on our other fields, and we'll probably have to go and do a couple of contracts for the rest of the day. Right, there we go. Let's have a look and see. Let's drop that off. Fantastic. We must just remember to return that after next month's escapades. We really need to get ourselves a little vehicle to run around in, but we can't afford it just now, should I say. What else was I going to do? Okay, so let's just go and have a look at our fields quickly, and then we'll see if there's any other work that needs to be done. I think I'm going to start with the other grass field. Might need to be... Oh, it needs to be rolled, that field. We'll come through in a minute and roll the field. I think we can actually just roll the whole field before we even plant. See if that works. Needs lime, fertilized 100%, so that's fine. That one's cool. Tractor needs a clean. Yeah. Right, let's just get the roller on and roll that field quickly before we go and do any contracts. I think we'll do the rest of what we're going to be doing. So we're going to roll that field, and then we'll go and do some contracts. And we'll do that on a time lapse, and then we'll see you when that's all done. Well, you're back with me, and we've finished that contract. I was a bit worried we didn't have enough seed, but we had plenty of seed. So that's all done. Where did we come in here? Down that side there, I think. Not sure. Is that the main road? I don't think it's the main road, but we can get back to the main road from here. Oops, if we don't take the corner too sharp. Let's get out of here. And we'll get back to the farm. And then, well, we might as well wrap this up. Right, we'll stop here and then we will go and have a look and see if there's any other contracts. I don't think there are. Bale wrapping, we don't have the equipment to do that. Fertilizing, it's a bit too small really. Hoeing, we don't have the equipment to do that. Stone picking, we don't have to. Weeding, we don't have the equipment. Oh dear. But in any case, yeah, so no more contracts that we can do. We've got the completed contract there. We'll get that collected, which is actually a little bit less than we normally would have done for, but at least it's okay because we didn't have anything else to do. So yeah, sometimes beggars cannot be choosers. Let's collect that. Now you will notice there that we have quite a bit more money than we had when we started this contract. And that was because when I went to go and check to see, check up on some new contracts, it opened up on completed contracts, and we forgot to collect the money from the last contract. So yeah, pretty lucky. Was 17 odd thousand, and that makes the bank balance look a little bit better, considering that we don't have any more contracts to do. There's actually not really much more to do today. I've gone through all the fields. Everything is hunky-dory. The cows and the chickens have enough food. Everything just seems to be a-okay for this month. So I think that's where we will actually end this episode. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.